Okay, great. So when I recreate the logo, or say trace logo, or draw on top of an existing logo which is a low resolution, what I normally do is I go to view and then click on wireframe. So the wireframe is actually a good idea because then it turns out gray, uh, because you're looking at a wireframe, right? So another thing I do is that I lock this object or this graphic. So when you click on an image and then you go to object and then click on lock, I'm locking the object. So the advantage of locking the object is that you know you can't select it, you can't accidentally delete it. So that's a good practice. So now I'm going to create it now. Okay, so now when you see a curve here, so what I usually do, that looks like an ellipse, right? Oops. And then if I'm gonna move this here, so not quite, I'm gonna move it there, and I think that's pretty good, right? So now since I'm gonna make another one here, so I'm just gonna duplicate this, plus sign the keyboard to duplicate and bring it down there. And then now I'm just gonna leave that there, and then I'm gonna start with this one here. So I'm probably gonna duplicate that again and then move it down. But if you notice, I think the curve changed, so you just have to adjust it until you get the right curve. Yeah, I think that looks good now. Okay, so now we'll start with this one. We're just gonna fix this. I think the second arc is not the right, so I'm gonna drop that down. So just do a little bit of the adjustment, and okay, that looks good. So now what I normally do here, I just click on my Bezier tool and click here and click there. Okay, that's good enough. And I'll go back to the other side, click here and there. Okay, and what I'll do, I'm gonna smart fill that, but we're gonna do that later. So here, the same thing, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click on this part, click, and then click. Okay, we're gonna smart fill that too. Now for this part, if you notice, it's symmetrical, right? So actually what we can do, I'm just gonna delete this one. I'm just gonna do a different approach here, because you know that this is symmetrical to this one. So what I'll do, I'm going to drag a ruler. So dragging a ruler is like a guide, and I'm going to center it there. Okay, and then I'm going to start creating lines, from here, there, going this way. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to mirror it going to the right side. Okay, so now let's draw this part here. So again, I'm just going to power clip it like that. So I'm just going to do it here and probably here, here, and I'm just going to go to this endpoint here. Make sure if you go to click on view and then go to snap to, so snap to guideline. So this is helpful so that when you create a line, so for example, I'm going to create a line from here. See, it snaps to the guideline, so that's useful. So what I'll do, I'll click here and it snaps there. Okay. And then what I'll do, I'm going to click here too, because that's my guide. I mean, that's the center of my mirror. And there. So the only thing to do is this one here. So I click this, and then I'm going to go to my shape tool, and I'm just gonna curve this a bit, because it looks like it's curved a bit like that. And then click this one, and then make it a curve. There. Okay. And I think that's it. Okay, so we're good. So now we're going to do a smart fill. So now we can go back to view and then enhance view. So we can take a look. So we can do some adjustments. So for example, here we can adjust this. Go to your shape tool, bring this down a bit, and yeah, I think that's good. And then we've seen this one here, so just move it like that. Okay. Okay, I think that's pretty good. So what I'll do, I'm gonna go to my smart fill tool. So smart fill will fill the what do you call this? The lines, right? Or the border. Sorry, I'm gonna fix this again because it doesn't look like it's right. So I'll move this over here, and then this one too. Like this, and then I'll move it down. There. Okay, so we'll start with the smart fill here. So I click here. So that's my first part, the top part, and then the second part. The only problem here is that when I click here, right, it would put this part, but then it cut this off. You can actually still do that by clicking this and this one here. But no, I'm not gonna do that. What I'll do, I'm going to click on this ellipse. Okay, this is the ellipse that I wanted to do, and then go to your shape tool, and then and then in the shape tool, just gonna go like this. See that? So basically, okay, I'm just gonna the use of the shape tool when you're doing circles, right, is that you can make one part visible. Like say for example, that's the pie, right? Because my objective is to remove this part so that I can smart fill this whole thing here. Now in CorelDraw, the behavior of this one is that when you click and then drag outside, it disappears. But if you click and drag inside, then it appears. So what we have to do is to click and drag outside so that one disappears. Okay. So I'm going to go to which ellipse would be this ellipse. Okay, let's start with this ellipse here. And click on your shape tool and then grab this and then go in. There. Oh, we still have to go in. Is it in? No, out. Sorry, going out. So now we will do it with this also. And then drag it out. Perfect. So now we can smart fill this. So I click on smart fill tool, click there, and that's it. Right? Now I'm gonna clean up the lines, delete that. I'm just gonna delete this one too. And I don't need this line too, because that's just like a guide. Right? Yeah, I can delete that, delete this one, delete with this one. Okay. So now the only thing to do is to mirror this, right? So when you click on plus sign in your keyboard, it duplicates it, right? It duplicates, but without an offset. So offset means to say you're not duplicating and moving the object. So it's on top of each other right now. And then go to mirror horizontally. And then what you do, you just have to click, you have to grab this one. Well, make sure you go to view and then click on snap to object, so that when you drag this one, it will snap to any point, right? So I'm going to snap it there. And there you go. And then I'm going to weld this too. Okay, so if you want to check, I'm going to go to wireframe here. That's pretty good. So now I'm going to go to enhance view. So I click this object and then hold down shift and then click on the other object, and then I'm going to weld. This is weld. There you go. Now what I do is I just have to color it. I'll pick this color here and there. Okay, so if I'm going to move this object, that's it. So this is, I'm going to remove the outline here. So this is the one that we recreate, and this one is from the website or from JPEG or PNG. Okay. So now we're done with that. So we just have to do this one here. I mean, this one is easy because it's repetition of this image here, right? So again, go to wireframe. Actually, I think it's better if you go to enhance view because you can see it more. So I'm going to start from here to here, and then I'm going to go here, here, and then I'm going to close it. And then I'm going to curve this. That's good. And this one, curve, and we're done, right? So this one will be your basis of all of this. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4. So just plus sign your keyboard to duplicate and bring it down, and plus sign your keyboard again and bring it down. And if you notice this one, oops, this one is also the same. So plus sign the keyboard, and then let's see. Okay, it's not quite the same, but at least you already have the shape. So you go to your shape tool, just highlight these two nodes, and just move it to the right. Okay. So now we have that here. So we can duplicate this and then move it over here. Okay. Now let's do this. This is easy because it's a rectangle. So you just go like that. Okay. And then what you do is you're going to weld these two. So click here and then hold down shift and then click on this top part and then weld. Okay. Now with this one, what you can do here is, yeah, you can duplicate this and then move it over here, right? And then what we do is you can create a line from here to here going down. Actually, I think it's better if we just recreate this one here. So I click on a rectangular tool. I'm gonna go like this, right? And then plus sign your keyboard and then bring it down. And then move it over here. And then plus sign your keyboard again. And then resize that and bring it down. And then plus sign your keyboard again. This. And then move it over. We'll just elongate it up to there. So same thing here. Because then later on we're gonna weld it. Okay. Okay, it's good. So now this one we have to curve this, right? So before curving, you have to go to objects and convert to curves first. And then you can go to your shape tool and then say I would move this here, and then go to your shape tool. There. Okay. So do it with this one too. So we go to object, convert to curves, and then shape tool. Move this over, click here, and then convert to curves. And there you go. So what you have to do is you have to just like select all of these boxes that you created and then just weld it. Okay. So this one's easy. So same thing. So we're gonna create a rectangle like that and then duplicate it, plus sign in your keyboard, and then bring it down. Oops. And then stretch it. And then go to objects, convert to curves, and then go to your shape tool, and then this one just move it over to the left, and I'm gonna curve this, and that's good. And then we're gonna weld that too. Okay, and then the last thing, the last one would be the letter A. So I'm gonna make it like that. Plus sign your keyboard. And then bring it down. So what I'll do, since this is a duplicate of this, I'm just gonna go plus sign your keyboard, and I'm going to, but I have to make sure that this one is aligned to the left. So I click that and then hold on shift and select this one and then type in letter R for right. And then I just have to weld these three. Okay. So now I'm just gonna move that to the left. And then I'm gonna color that. So I already have a sample colored here. So I just click on that and then remove the outline. Perfect. So now if you go to wireframe, this is our logo that we created, and this is the PNG. Just gonna move that here and enhance view. Okay. So what do you think? Any questions before we end the streaming? And then I'll do another session with another logo. But is so far so good? I'll give you a minute to write a question in the live chat, and if there's no other question, I can just like end the stream or end the live feed.